Today we are going to work on squats and plies, and hopefully we'll get to a side lunge. And the reason why these are important movements is because they are compounded movements where you're using multiple joints at the same time. So there's a few things that you might want to know about when you're doing these exercises. So because we're using quite a few joints, and I find generally you want your muscles just a little bit ready, we're going to just spend just maybe a minute just getting those joints folding. So we've got the knees folding. You can push through the feet, which is going to get those ankles moving. And then you can gently bend the knees and the hip. We're not going to go very deep. So, all right, so we're going to start with a squat. So one thing I'd like to show you with a squat, one thing you should think about are the alignment of the knees in the same direction as your feet. Some people think about the tail going back as if you're going to sit on a chair. And then we are hinging at the hips. So that means this joint here, deeper inside the hip joint, it goes back and the torso hinges forward. So if I had a broom on my back, my spine, the back of my head, the upper back, the tailbone would all be in one line. Shake that out. Now we're going to try something called a plie. So plie from the front looks like this. We have the feet a little bit wider. The feet are now turned out. Everybody's turnout is going to be different. So try not to crank out the feet, okay? Think about those upper thighs rotating out. When you bend your knees and you take a look down, the thigh bone ideally is tracking in the same direction as your foot. And then we still have that hinge. I'm slightly tilting forward. So I'm going to keep my spine neutral as if, again, I'm setting that tail back into a chair, drawing in the abs. I'm allowing a slight hinge at my hip. Now, lastly, we're going to widen it up. And this is where we can get into something a little more dynamic, which is the side lunge. Same principles. Send that thigh bone in line with the toes. Keep those abs pulled in. You may be slightly hinged forward. There's nothing wrong with that. And from here, we have so many options. We can add arms. Little extra stretch. Release that arm. We're going to do just 4. That's it. So you can see this gets a little more exciting. And there we have it. We have done a few squats, and then we did a few plies, thinking about exactly the same principles, but with the rotation. And then we moved into the side lunge. These are excellent because they engage several muscles at the same time. It's going to get you warm, get you moving, and you can create your own little mini workout.